day. I'm here on the Woodfordale Beach, and we are going to be viewing one of the early works related to the landing of equipment for the international airport. For the last week, there has been excavation taking place. You can see behind me, a ramp is being constructed.
What is that ramp being constructed for? Anyways, guys, hand clap to the massive, guys. We are finally back again for the very first out of 2 reactions I will be dropping on this here Mystelics reaction channel, guys. Reaction channel, guys. And of course, with that said, guys, big up all the Mystelics YouTube family have definitely tuned into another reaction video. And of course, the newcomers of the big up all yourself as well for definitely dropping by and saying, hey, what's up, Mystelics? It's me that day. Well, I seen you. Well, hopefully you see me and then I see you in the comment box below. So definitely leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. And of course, with that said, if you have not done so, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. And of course, by doing that, click subscribe, click the bell, and then click all, and you'll be pretty much notified when I drop my videos right there. And then, of course, guys, don't forget to do what? To do what? Click the thumbs up button. Of course, brothers and sisters, click the thumbs up button. That will help the algorithm of YouTube to push your videos, to push your videos further and further right there. And then, so with that said, guys, let us check out what Lennox Honey Church. Yes, Lennox Honey Church is talking about right there. I haven't seen the full video of this, but a number of persons will send me the link right there and even the video. But let us check it out right there.
To go down to the bay, actually on the seafront, so that barges carrying the heavy equipment for excavation and other works at the airport can then be loaded on.
But it's interesting that he's talking about loading excavation and heavy equipment. I mean, this is the Atlantic Ocean. It can be very rough. I'm not sure how they're going to be doing this, but I guess that they know what they're about to do right there. Let me know your thoughts in this regard. Like, do you think it's possible? The waves look pretty rough to me.
The heavy.
You think? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they can have some big type of equipments there that pushing the thing, boom, bang, right there, brothers and sisters, and organizing in this regard. But I must make mention of something rather interesting, though. So international airport was not being built, it seems, because from the time that they were clearing out stuff and doing all kind of things, now they're talking about bringing in the equipments to do the international airport. If that is the case there, then what was happening previously before that? Because apparently they are now bringing in heavy equipment to start international airport. That means that the people in Dominica are not going to get the jobs because they're bringing in the equipments that most likely. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Dominica doesn't have, Dominica has the equipment. I'm just saying that Dominica might have the equipment, but they don't want to use it, it seems. So if we have the equipment, why don't we use it? Because I know a number of truckers, like I said before, will complain and say, hey, they don't want to give us any work in regards to building international airport. I personally do not believe that any international airport is going to be being built, especially with the drop in CDI revenues, and the government has admitted that there's not much income coming in. However, I think they decided to try to raise funds or something like that for CBI. I don't even know what's going on. I can't even tell you what's going on, brothers and sisters. But let's get into that vibrations of what Lennox Honey Church is talking about right there.
Equipment for excavation and other works at the airport can then be loaded on from here. So the platform is going to be extended. We can see. So
they're going to be passing through the beach. It seems like this is a beach, though. They're going to be passing through the beach. Why didn't they pass through the Marigot Channel? I don't know.
The work that has already been done in this area.
Oh, so there was some work being done there. Okay. Because I myself, from the time I saw the waves and stuff, this looks like a beach, don't it, guys? Don't it? Or is this a place that they cleared? This looks like sand to me. People want to do surfing? Who want to do surfing now, boy?
From here. So the platform is going to be extended. We can see the work that has already been done in this area.
So why didn't they continue to use the individuals who did this? Or are the individuals who are doing this not capable of doing the work? So they have to bring in foreign equipments in? Who exactly are the equipments coming from? That's one of the questions I want to know. Because I know Dominicans back in the day used to build all kind of stuff. So why are we bringing in stuff when we know that there are, equipments in Dominica that can possibly do the things? I mean, there are truckers out there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're bringing in equipments that Dominica doesn't have. I'm trying to figure out what would the point be. They're trying to do some excavation, and we have excavators in Dominica. Why don't we utilize? Why don't the public workers, individuals come in to do this, or maybe just I don't know.
Piling up river stones which have come from Melville Hall, and now they are packed up here to the ramp. The ramp is going to continue and then end up in the sea here.
But what is river stones doing by the beach though? Did they take the river stones from the river? If they did take it from the river, is the river still good, or is it one of the rivers that were drying up? I don't know. What are your thoughts, guys?
The ramp is going to continue and then end up in the sea here. Over across is a gap in the coral reef, and barges will come through there.
Wait a minute. We're not just going to just pass that by as if we don't hear what you say. You say there are coral reefs there. The natural elements of life is actually there. And they are going to be putting barges in that region. Will the barges destroy the coral reefs? Will the barges destroy the coral reefs that are in the sea? I mean, are we the nature island of the Caribbean? Are we destroying and we'll put it back? Will we put back the coral reefs that we have destroyed if that is the case? I think that's a good question to ask. I mean, you're talking about coral reefs and then putting barges there.
In the coral reef.
Wait a minute. Let me go back a bit.
Is a gap in the coral reef, and barges will come through there.
So he's talking about a gap. I'm guessing the gap with the coral reefs. The gap within the coral reef is where the barge will go. And you bring in heavy equipments around the coral reefs. Okay.
And then land on the beach, open up, and all of the heavy equipment and materials and so will be coming up. This is not the first time that this place is being used. It is the site over on the other side of a Kalinago village, so that you had movement of canoes and movement.
But canoes are different though. You're talking about metal equipments that have oils and all those kind of things that come in there. Canoes are different.
Island to island taking place here.
But this is not the same thing, sir. I mean, I understand what you're trying to say. There was transportation back and forth, but the different mechanisms used to transport whatever individuals were transporting is totally different. One doesn't affect the coral reefs. One is a possibility that could affect the sea life there.
But also during the plantation period, this area was a main port. And in fact, behind me over here, there were sections where there was a fort to defend the bay, and also...
So destruction was taking place to defend the bay. That makes sense. They were destroying, there was wars taking place, sure. So there was a fort there, yeah. At least we getting that information from you, but I'm trying to figure out why are we sidetracking to say the barge are coming there and there's a gap between the coral reefs? What if there's no gaps and he's just telling us there's gaps there? One thing I know from the whole runner situation, just because they are experts doesn't mean that they don't have certain agendas. I'm just saying from my thought process, what he could be saying could be true. But on the basis, he could be saying just, you know, trying to lead into the other side and say, okay, nothing wouldn't be damaged in there.
You get the remains of bollards, big heavy iron bollard there to tie up the canoes. So this is essentially what is going on at present. The last week or so, there's been a lot of intense activity on this site to bring in the material and to build up the ramp.
But what equipment is building the ramp though? That's what I don't know, man. I don't know.
The ramp is going to continue.
Wait a minute. There's a river there. So
the ramp.
What is this? Or is this just a body of water? That's
Is
well, it's going all the way down there.
going.
So that means there's a river there. So that's probably where they got the river stones. The river is still going all the way down there. So will the river be protected though?
Continue be.
And it seems like it's connecting to the sea.
Ramp. The ramp is going to continue behind me here, and then go out to sea, and you will have the landing of the barges and the offloading of the heavy equipment. So they will not have to cross the island on the roads.
But they don't have to cross the island. They can go Marigot, no? Can they not go Marigot or
the more narrow roads, and they only have about quarter mile, half a mile to go until they reach the beginning of the excavation for the runway, which extends from just above us here at the banks of the Woodford Hill River in the...
So we're gonna destroy the Woodford Hill River. I don't know. I'm thinking, guys, everything I'm saying is the thought that is in my head. The Woodford Hill River. Yes, build the international airport. The river, there's a river there. I mean, why?
The vicinity of the old East Plantation House.
Wait a while. So there's history there as well.
Of the old...
There's history there, and you're gonna wipe it out to...
At the banks of the Woodford Hill River in the vicinity of the old...
Maybe they'll build above the river. Maybe they'll build above the river. That makes more sense. Because I know there are places in the United States where they build the airport above the road. There's roads passing under them and planes landing on Bladow, BT Pond on the airfield, and people are passing underneath the airport and stuff. That happened to me a few times.
East Plantation House, and then it goes all the way vicinity of the old bus here at the banks of the Woodford Hill River in the vicinity of the old East Plantation House, and then it goes all the way through Bottom Wesley, then coming out at the end of Londonderry Beach, which is more like commonly known as Cabana.
Well, in my point of view, I mean, as a historian, I think we'll try to preserve these kind of things here. That's from my point of view. You could see it otherwise, but I mean, as a historian, the old geese plantation, where people want to say, oh, this is how, Dominica used to make money, a lot of money back in the day, and things change, as a result, and that's how it is right now. And a form of history, we're trying to preserve history, because I think in nature, you have to have some sort of talks about history. True or false? Hey, this is a big route. According to people in Indian River, this is a big route that has been there for hundreds of years, man. So we're just going to uproot that and think, I don't know.
Now, as I mentioned, geese, have to be reminded that geese equipment was also landed here. They had a few D6 caterpillars, and they came in also by barge and landed here, and then went to work the estate in the big banana boom days.
Okay.
We also had a landing here of a regiment, British regiment, who were doing rainforest exercises up behind Governor Estate, up in the forest, and they landed here also in the 1960s.
With what? With trucks and stuff to do excavation or something? What? Or boats?
So it has been a bay that has been very active.
Why would they come in the Atlantic Ocean when there's the Caribbean Sea? I understand when wars were going on, they didn't expect people to come there, so they most likely thought that people would not be defending the Atlantic Ocean as well, so they would come inside there. But why would people come on this side to do things when the west side is calm?
Indeed, and now it is being reused to land equipment for the international airport.
But where's the barge that was there before? I don't know. Where's the evidence of that being there though? You said it's there. They have been using this. Why are you explaining what has used to happen? I guess it's some sort of historian kind of thing, where he is explaining what happened then, and then for people to say, oh, this is not the first time this has happened. But there's coral reefs there though.
I'll be keeping you up to date over the next few months as developments take place in this area.
Okay, that's what they say, eh? International airport. They say international airport, Papa. I don't believe no international airport come in, but hey, who knows? Brothers and sisters, what are your thoughts on this? What he spoke about there? in this year thing. What are your thoughts? Do you think it's okay? Do you think I'm blowing things out of proportion based on my thought process? Like I said, I just reacting to certain things that I'm seeing. And, when he's talking about the coral reefs and, batch coming in and bringing equipments there and then using the canoes and those kind of... What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts in the comment box below? But there's something I have to point out right there, brothers and sisters. And, of course, we are taking things to St. Kitts and Nevis. So, that's one of the things that we could have done in Dominica. St. Kitts and Nevis is about to embark on this. So, Eco Park to be transformed into a ganja farm, announces Minister Henderson right there. So I guess this is the Eco Park. I guess that's the Eco Park, whatever the Eco Park is. Anyways, Minister Marsha Henderson used her maiden budget presentation to announce a number of initiatives in her ministries. So she has more than one ministry, it seems. Plural ministries. One of such initiative in the Ministry of Tourism is the transformation of the St. Kitts EOs. St. Kitts. Oh, I thought there was another name there, guys. I thought there was another name there. Anyways, one such initiative in the Ministry of Tourism is the transformation of the St. Kitts Eco Park to the Federation's first official legal ganja planting farm. Minister Henderson said the hope is that the ganja farm or cannabis cultivation site will become a tourist really? Will become a tourist attraction and will include not just the growing of cannabis, but the production and sale of cannabis products, thus making the venue a major cannabis agro-processing center. I think Dominica should have had this long time. But the very Prime Minister was telling us that this is not a way forward for Dominica. This is not an economic growth. As if people are stupid to not think that, hey, wait a while, that ganja farming is a good business, brothers and sisters. It's a great business that is coming up in the pipelines. Well, has been up. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry and it's going to be going much, much faster right there. Dominica was given that opportunity from a fellow Dominican in Colorado who, of course, wanted to be a part of that pushing in Dominica and, of course, indicated how much millions of dollars Dominica would have created as a result of ganja farming. But, Dominica likes to get the opportunities to do certain things. And this is not me talking about bad dong on Dominica, guys. This is a fact. Dominica has a number of opportunities that it can take up advantage of and it doesn't take advantage of. And yet still the people are still struggling. Hey, give me this, please. Give me a cool out. give me a cool out, please. Guys, what are your thoughts on this, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. This is pretty much all we asked for this reaction video. There's another one coming up, so definitely tune into this one as well a bit later on from this video. That will be that link will be in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that, and subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get more videos as they tend to come through. Boom, bam!